the LA Gears.
There we go. Yeah, no, we were. Let me actually start the movie. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Defenestration Hour. I'm Chris.
I'm Tom.
And we're watching If Looks Could Kill tonight. The 1991 Richard Grieco vehicle? Yeah. That went nowhere. I was like, one of the things I saw, like, you know, this killed his movie career. Like, yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, like,
I don't think he really... This was not the movie that he should have made.
yes.
You know? Because this was a movie about a guy who was supposed to be kind of a dork.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, he looks like a cool, like, jock dude. But
yeah,
like,
a 30-year-old jock.
Yeah, middle-aged fucking man.
Yeah.
That was one thing I was going to say. But no, the thing I was going to gripe about before we go deeper into this, because I do have a lot to say about this, actually. It's available on YouTube to watch with ads, but the ads are on the dot every 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it with ads, and I think I maybe saw 2 commercials.
Fucking I even have a YouTube ad block.
Yeah?
Yeah, what the hell?
Maybe they know you have the ad blocker, and they give you more because of it.
Yeah.
YouTube
It was
conspiracy.
10 minutes on the dot. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. And, like, they were, like, skippable ads, but still, it was annoying. Like a rat in a cage, like, trying to hit that pellet for that, you know, the button for the pellet.
Yeah. I saw on the IMDb that it said that the director was trying to make this with Anthony Michael Hall, which would have made much more sense. That,
Yes.
like a nerdy guy
100%.
was supposed to be the spy, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know?
At this point, though, he had like already bulked up. Though this is like after Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
But that's like my main gripe is that like this is not the movie for Richard Grieco. Like,
Yeah. He
like,
could have been in a movie that was good. You know, he was on 21 Jump Street, which was a good show.
Yeah.
You know, he was on Booker, which
got
was
shit canned after like a
show,
season or two.
you know?
Yeah. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But no, like if this movie was done with somebody, like the key to this movie, like being like really, really, really good. Ooh, pardon me, is if they had somebody who could pull off comedy.
Yeah.
In that role, like he fucking tries, but he's too smarmy and like,
Yeah.
you know, like he's not a comedian.
He hits on every girl in the
Yeah.
movie. Every woman he meets
Yeah.
is either nagging him or the object of his sexual desire.
That is
You know?
true. Yeah.
His mom and the teacher are nagging him.
Yeah.
All the other women he wants to bang, whether it's the girl at the like running the ticket booth at the airport or the stewardess, you know, or
Titty's fucking pinochle.
yeah, areola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Areola Canastra.
Yeah. And he's got
Or
this
Canasta. Sorry.
Canasta. He's
Yeah.
got this like, you know, this 80s movie trope thing where he's a guy who just doesn't do anything to get where he's going. You know, he doesn't deserve any of it. He doesn't work for anything.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
he's a ne'er-do-well. He's constantly like trying to get out of doing work. The only reason he's on this trip is because he didn't do work.
Yeah, he couldn't finish. Yeah, he got an incomplete
You know?
French class. But yeah, no, I was thinking as I was watching this, if they made this like 3 years earlier, 4 years earlier, like now that you mentioned Anthony Michael Hall, he would have been perfect.
Yeah, Casey Simasco.
Casey Cement, yeah, from
Right?
like 3 o'clock high.
Yeah.
He would have been perfect.
Right?
He's like a little nervous dude.
Right, he's this short little guy. They wouldn't like. He's not a spy, right? But
Yeah.
you know.
Even I was thinking like this is like the, you know, the on the nose answer, like Michael J. Fox
Michael J. Fox
would have pulled this off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like Michael J. Fox in this role, this is like an 80s like classic.
yeah. He would have got all the jokes.
Yeah.
you know, he wouldn't have stoltzed it up.
Yeah.
you know. Something I hear people say. You know,
big.
when a movie's not funny and it's supposed to be, they call it stoltzing it up. I don't know where it started.
But yeah, no, like they needed somebody who, because honestly, like the rest of the movie works.
It's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
He's
special
the one
effects are
thing
great.
That's not fucking working.
You know,
Yes, good special effects.
the Bond references are so obvious. You know, but it's supposed to be this kid. You know, this 30-year-old kid who has like a Saturday Night Fever home life where
Just want to dance.
his dad slaps him in the head at dinner time.
I spend hours on my hair.
Yeah. And he's, he does have some Stamos-esque hair, Stamosian, I think they say.
Yeah.
The Stamosian element. This guy was probably one of the 3 different dudes who played Jesse's dad on Full House. Like, he was constantly had a different dad on that show.
I don't even remember that.
Or I know he had a different last name. There were, like, early in the show, he was Jesse, he had, like, a Jesse,
wasn't he Jesse
Cochran?
Was he really?
Yeah, and then later on, he was Jesse,
Katsopoulos.
Yeah. I remember there being 2 different names, like it was 2 Darrens on Bewitched, but I don't know if they ever actually explained it. Maybe there was a Full House where you find out Uncle Jesse was adopted.
Yeah.
Or an evil twin.
He had amnesia this whole time.
The villain in this is great. Sheriff of Rottingham.
Fucking Roger Rees and Linda Hunt.
Yeah, she is so awesome in this movie. That whip.
Yeah, the chain whip. Yeah. And, like, you have Roger Daltrey right in the beginning. I love how he gets top billing at the end, too.
Yeah.
Like, everything works about this except Richard Grieco.
Yeah.
Like,
it's almost like a Hudson Hawk movie in the way that it's very goofy.
Yeah.
But enjoyable.
Yeah, like,
and
they're
stupid.
Screw-ups.
It's still stupid.
Yeah.
But it's enjoyable.
But yeah, it's stupid, but it works.
Yeah. Right. The stupidity works.
But the key element that should be working isn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it's just like this shouldn't be about Zach Morris, super spy. It should be about Screech, super spy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking that you could make a good drinking game and call it Michael Corbin, because that fucking name, holy shit. Michael Corbin, phone call from Michael Corbin.
Even have the Bond, like, henchman with the metal hand, like, he doesn't talk.
Well, and he Daltrey gives him that hand, because there's a shot coming up where his hand gets, stuck in the axle or whatever. And I like that they just had one of those robot villain hands on hand.
Yeah.
Just waiting to be put onto a stump.
That's a good thing we just made this robot hand.
Yeah. Daltrey's pull off of the snowsuit is amazing. And all the best Bond movies do begin with a skiing sequence. And by that I mean the Roger Moore ones.
Yeah, wasn't he like a skier? Isn't that why they all start with, like, skiing sequences?
I don't know if that's why, but they definitely had him skiing a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first Bond movie to do it, but he skied a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. The urban legend goes that they invented snowboarding with A View to a Kill.
Really?
That was the first time anyone had ever snowboarded.
Huh.
Because he was skiing and then he lost one of the skis and he goes down on one like a surfboard.
Yeah.
And they play a shitty cover version of I Wish They All Could Be California or whatever, because they couldn't afford the Beach Boys one, or maybe the Beach Boys didn't grant their one, but it's like
they couldn't even get David Lee Roth.
It was like a shitty cover you would hear in a fucking
like
supermarket.
A bar band.
Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly, I enjoyed this movie.
It's from the director of Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
Time Rider.
I think he's done a couple other things
which
too.
Was a interesting Mike Nesmith produced movie.
William Deere is his name. Yeah, Harry and the
Rocketeer.
He wrote The Rocketeer. One of the writers.
Angels in the Outfield.
We should point out this was also written by Fred Decker, who we spoke with a couple years ago.
Yeah,
it's the second Fred Decker movie we've done this week, because we talked about House the other night.
Okay, he also wrote Monster Squad.
Yeah,
he directed Monster Squad.
Yeah,
he wrote it with Shane Black.
There was something else too. I'm like, fuck. I wish
he did Dead Heat.
With
Treat Williams and Piscopo.
Let me take a look. It is almost as if.
Yeah, Fred Decker's.
That was an awesome conversation we had too.
Yeah.
RoboCop 3. We won't hold that.
I knew he did something recent for Shane Black, The Predator.
The Predator, Night
which
of the
is
Creeps.
a lot of fun. Night of the Creeps is
that
great.
was the one. I'm like, oh fuck! I wish I could have asked him about that one.
Yeah.
He did 5 episodes.
Oh, Ricochet. I fucking love Ricochet. What a great exploitation movie, you know.
The Monster Squad, which I love that movie.
House 2.
Did House 1 and 2. Godzilla 1985. That was it too. I'm like,
Oh,
fuck,
wow.
I wish I had known about that.
Holy
That's
shit.
what I get for not doing my research, my proper research.
That was a big deal when that movie was on.
Yeah, I remember
know?
as a kid going, like, wanting to go see it. Like, I never gotten taken to go
Yeah.
see it. But yeah, no, this is like a lot of like good people behind this. William Deere, who we were just talking about. Some of the stuff he's directed.
Oh, he did some like really interesting like stuff before he went Hollywood, where it was like he did some informational. Keep going down. It was like some informational.
He did one of the Sandlot sequels.
Some documentary stuff like in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
but it would have been
Angels
stuff
in
you
the
would have saw,
Outfield.
you know.
Directed an episode of Dinosaurs on ABC. Harry and the Hendersons.
Amazing stories. Oh, it was. You can learn a lot from a dummy. It's those Crash Test Dummy commercials.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I remember those.
Yeah.
They even made a cartoon about those fucking things at one point.
My little brother had a toy of them, and I thought it was amazing because the car would crash.
Yeah.
And it would fall into pieces, and then you'd put it back together.
Those commercials were everywhere.
Loved Amazing Stories. I was thinking about that recently.
Yeah, that's had kind of like a resurgence. They even did like a reboot on Apple TV a couple years ago.
Was it any good?
I don't remember.
Not amazing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, Playboy Collector's Edition? Yes! He got to film a lady soap herself up in a shower for a room full of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a couple of Cheap Trick videos.
Time Rider. That's a it's not the best Fred Ward movie, but it's a cool Fred Ward movie where he's a motorcycle rider that goes back in time accidentally into the Old West.
All right.
Mike Nesmith of the Monkees produced it and co-wrote it. And in the early 80s, he was producing a bunch of movies. Like he produced Repo Man.
No shit.
Yeah. He was like really into like indie
odd
films. Odd indie films. And
he did 2 episodes of Saturday Night Live in 1981 as well. But yeah, no, he's had an interesting career for sure. Time Rider, there it is. The Adventure of Lyle Swan. 1980. I have no recollection of this movie at all.
I guarantee you it's on Tubi.
Peter Coyote.
Oh, that's right. Peter Coyote's in this, yeah.
Richard Mazer.
Tracy Walter, another Repo Man guy.
Yeah. He was in fucking Batman as well. He's
Bob.
Bob. Gunn.
He's a good friend of Nicholson, and Nicholson had him put in Batman. There was no character of Bob.
Oh man, that's amazing.
And he was on Sunny as the masturbating bum in the alley, and that was one that he's friends with Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito got him the part. I remember hearing them talk about it on the podcast.
No, I missed that podcast.
Yeah,
man.
what the fuck happened to that?
They stopped it because they weren't writing. So I don't know if it's going to come back on once they do another season or what. Fucking bring it back, because that was a good show.
Harry and the Hendersons, probably the best Bigfoot movie there is. You know?
That's a low bar to clear.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad ones. You know, I don't. So yeah, I guess I don't mean that it's the best one because it's the best bad movie, because that's actually an enjoyable movie.
I do remember loving that movie when I was a kid. I remember seeing that in the theater.
When fucking John Lithgow, however you say it, when he smacks Harry at the end, tells him to go.
Yeah.
I dare you not to fucking have your heart broken. You know? That's a fucking tear-jerking scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Holy shit. He smacked Harry. I remember being a kid going, Ma,
what the fuck?
What? Yeah. You know?
Don't say that.
Why is he smacking him?
Yeah.
You know? That was so fucking heartbreaking. You know?
I have not seen that movie in probably like 30 years, I'm going to say.
Kevin Peter Hall, his acting is so fucking awesome in that. I mean, he's the guy who played the Predator.
Yeah.
He's the Predator and Harry, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like he was like, that guy who did the Gollum role before that guy was there.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't even get
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, right. And Kevin Peter Hall, he didn't even get to fucking talk in any of the parts he had, you know? He had to do all the acting silently, you know, like he was like a mime or something, you know?
Yeah.
But the Predator is a believable killer, and Harry is a fucking gentle giant, you know? So you know he actually had, like, pretty good acting skills, you know?
Pardon me. I'm just looking at some of the stuff.
Oh, I forgot we're watching If Looks Could Kill.
Yeah, oh, his weird friend,
Yeah,
too.
his weird friend.
In no universe are those two dudes friends. Like, yeah. Again, like Richard Grieco just doesn't fit the role.
Right, and the guy actually makes a comment about how he, like, is a geek. He's like, my geek status is, something about his geek status.
Yeah, like, just that one thing. Like, everything else fucking works in this movie, goddammit.
Yeah, like, he's got that Bobcat Goldthwait, Rob Lowe thing where you look at him and you're like, he's kind of pretty.
Yeah, he's a fucking guy.
I wouldn't mind kissing him, you know? And did you notice that when he goes in the airport, when he was going to the airport, he had cool guy Grieco hair, right?
I just noticed that, actually, yeah.
And then they go in the airport, and then all of a sudden his hair is down. I bet you this was the first stuff they filmed, and they were trying to make him dorky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. Probably exactly what happened. And, like, as filming went on, he just ditched the character.
Yeah,
like,
they were like, I don't dig the bangs, man. You know?
I'm just gonna, like, just change my hair a little bit. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna slick it back, be a little bit more cool.
Hey, Dave, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. I just noticed this comment.
There's we just missed the great actor Frederick Coffin, who played the cop in Wayne's World, but he was also Seagal's partner in Hard to Kill.
Trying to fucking figure out where that guy was from.
Yeah, Officer Badarsky, I think his name is, or something.
He's also, I think, in Austin Powers too. He's like one of the fucking military generals.
Could be, yeah.
Like
he's
in
not
the sequence,
in a lot of
like,
stuff.
Yeah, when they're like cutting to different things.
Yeah, and you know, we were just talking about the friend. I was when he sees Corbin get the first class seat, and the stewardess is all of a sudden, you know, sucking his metaphorical cock.
Yeah.
The friend comes on the plane and is like, unreal. And I realized then that character only exists in this movie as like the audience, you know, is it the Greek chorus? Is that what they say? Where like he's only there to tell the audience how cool our hero is. Like just in case you forgot.
And he also
he's
like
so cool.
Sexually assaults a girl at one point. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
He's putting his like tongue in her ear while she's sleeping. Like.
Oh, is this Gabrielle Anwar?
No, it's the girl he's trying to hook up with. The girl they go to school with. He's trying to hook up with.
Oh,
the friend, the creepy friend does.
Oh, the creepy friend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember Grieco doing that. Yeah, the creepy friend. Yeah.
I've flown first class a couple of times. Never had an omelet. Nobody's made me an omelet.
Yeah, I had lobster ravioli.
No shit.
Yeah, I did get bumped to first class. I didn't. I could not afford it normally. You know, it was this part in the movie when I realized I love seeing good-looking people get things easily.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Nothing makes me feel better than that.
It's so enjoyable to watch that in a movie.
It's like I was reading like one of the news websites earlier, and there was a story out now that like Kevin Bacon like posed for a regular guy as a day and thought it sucked. Yeah. No fucking shit, Kevin.
Yeah.
Like, you, like, what? Like,
It's like Mother Fear, Kevin.
Yeah, like, the most... Mother Fear. It's the most let them eat cake fucking moment. Like,
yeah.
It sucked. Yeah, it fucking does, dude.
No shit.
Oh, you mean not having every one of your fucking whims catered to?
Yeah.
Isn't enjoyable? Asswipe. Anyway.
It was much better when Eddie did it in Whiteface. You know, maybe they were trying to go for that since he's in the new Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, I have not. I almost watched it like
That's
yesterday.
a good flick. It's good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, that's reassuring because I did not have faith like in the preview.
I thought it was good.
All right.
I laughed, genuinely laughed.
All right.
A handful of times. More than a handful of times. It was a funny movie. I mean, they pay homage to the first two movies in a couple ways, but then they also, you know, it's a different movie.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
I thought it was good.
All right. No, I've definitely wanted to see it.
It's got elements of the first one and the second one. It's a little bit more Tony Scott than you know, Martin Brest, I think was the guy who directed the first one, but but it has elements of the first one too, you know.
All right. Yeah. I always looking for like new fucking movies to like devour at this point. Like
Yeah, it's
So I've
rated
seen
R.
so much.
It's not like one of these new movies that's trying to be politically correct. You know, like, I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, like that's not that that's a bad thing.
Everybody's getting canceled.
Yeah, no. But like some movies try, you know, like that other Eddie Murphy movie where he was the father-in-law and Jonah Hill married his daughter, and then they did a CGI kiss.
God, that was so horrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, come on. Come on.
That was not a good movie at all.
You're not an actor unless you force yourself to do uncomfortable things for the role. Isn't that what being an actor is?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
You gained 50 pounds. You drove a taxi for 6 months. You chopped off your testicle. You know, like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know?
At least Shia LaBeouf pulled out a tooth for that fucking
Right.
movie. Like,
Marlon Brando, when he made On the Waterfront, he took a fucking, like, razor and cut open his eyebrow.
Jesus
In the movie, you
Christ.
see this scar right up on his eye.
Yeah.
And it was something he did.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's what being an actor is. It's not having to CGI kiss Jonah Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't want to offend. I think it was like he's going to like offend his girlfriend or wife.
You're
or
supposed to
something.
suffer for your role.
Yeah.
How can you suffer more than by kissing Jonah Hill? He's an insufferable asshole.
Yeah, and like,
You know?
not to be like this guy, but like, isn't the whole like point of the movie about like, oh, you know, like different races can come together and be as one?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, you don't want to kiss the black girl on camera? Like,
Is that what it is?
I
know,
yeah.
right?
Fucking. Oh, anyway,
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. Even like his Coming to America 2. That was horrible. They made a PG-13, which doesn't make it politically correct.
Nobody wants
but
that.
it makes it tame.
Yeah.
You know, and when the first one was a dirty comedy.
Yeah.
Not dirty in like a, you know, like a Police Academy Mahoney spying on the ladies in the shower kind of way, but like, you know, they swore.
Yeah,
you know?
it was an R-rated comedy, which we
Right.
just don't fucking get
Right.
anymore. Like,
Dick jokes.
comedies we don't get
Yeah,
anymore. Like,
yeah. Like If Looks Could Kill. Comedies like this, you know, where he's, you know, the main character is equal parts a 10-year-old boy and also like a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, he's a
know?
middle-aged simpleton.
Yeah.
Who is you know, again in high school for like the 20th time.
Yeah. Because when he tries to bang Areola, right, later on in the movie, I know I'm jumping here, but when he tries to bang Areola, he sees her like writhing from the scorpion in her nightie or whatever, you know? And he gets so excited from her dancing.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, like
did
this
think
is
the-
what they do?
The
You know?
combat condoms thing was actually funny.
Yeah,
like,
but he's also trying to get a condom out.
Yeah.
That's the thing that, you know, they don't like kind of go together. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
he's excited because this girl's like, oh, she's in her underwear and she's dancing, you know. But at the same time, yeah, he's trying to get a rubber out, you know.
He needed a key to open the fucking tins. Like,
Yeah. But that was a funny joke that didn't make any sense in the context of the scene, though.
That's
He was
true.
in the fanciest fucking casino hotel, you know, in Monte Carlo or wherever the fuck he is.
Yeah, I figured it was just there, like with like, you know, the spy shit, like, you know. They
Yeah.
Just, like,
Oh,
stand-
see, I thought he took it out of the vanity, but maybe he
Yeah.
took it out of his thing.
Yeah. See, like that would have been a perfect gag for like a naked gun. Like this is like a
Yeah.
little bit more
Yeah.
serious than that.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it! I thought that was funny. Now I'm like second guessing it.
Well, it is funny.
Yeah.
It is funny. You know, I laughed at it too, especially the old-fashioned tin can
Yeah.
opening thing, you know?
Like the corned beef key.
I mean, I don't want to watch Greico prance around in his tighty whities.
Another movie
know?
with dudes in man panties.
Yeah, he's got no batch, you know? And he clearly waxed his chest for the role. He's a 30-year-old high school boy.
He's a swarthy, like
He's
Mediterranean.
Greek. Yeah, he's Greek. His name is Greico. Come on. Like, they saved that name for the Greekest of all Greeks in Greece.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, they were like, what are we going to call that family?
We can only name one family
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
name. And they have to just look like, oh,
Right.
yeah, they're Greek.
Yeah, they're
Like,
Greek.
yeah, and
Like a Jason Mantzoukas sandwich, you know?
oh, man.
And his legs are hairy, too, Colleen pointed that out to me
Oh,
during the
really?
scene when you can see that his chest has been freshly shorn. That he has really, really hairy legs. Yeah.
Yeah. See, now he's got the cool guy hair.
Yep. You know, as I was watching this, it made me wonder, like, in all the Bond movies, you know, they bring you into the Q's laboratory and they show you the gadgets, and then they always show you one that explodes like this, you know?
Yeah.
And it made me wonder, like, how often do they have to repair one of these spy gadget labs because they were just showing someone how something works?
Yeah, like,
they're setting off major explosions.
Are they all just like doing normal office work and like, oh fuck, everybody, like, we got this kid coming in today, like,
right?
Yeah, get all the cool shit out, like,
Right.
yeah.
But then they have to put up with the power tools in the office for the next week,
Yeah.
because they have to bring in contractors to fix that wall or whatever, you know?
Oh, my computer got fried in that last show explosion. No, I can't do any of our actual work.
This scene does contain a gadget, a spy gadget, that actually wound up in a James Bond movie after the fact, which I
The
always
X-ray
thought,
glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, X-ray specs are a pretty basic
generic
gadget. You know, I mean, you could order them from the back of Boys Life, you know?
Yeah.
With the picture of the guy like this.
I did order those once when I was a kid. It's just little, like, pinholes, and you don't see shit out of them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They made it seem in the ad like there was always a woman next to the guy, and she had like 50s lingerie on, you know, with like garters and shit.
Yeah.
And she was going like this.
I remember, like, after like my birthday or something, when I had money, like, I bought a bunch of like that gag shit.
I loved ordering that stuff.
Yeah, I got like the fucking, I got like the smoke from your fingertips.
Yeah. I got the special effects makeup kit.
Yeah.
You know, to make like bloody wounds and stuff.
Yeah. I got the one we were just talking about, which I've already forgotten. Do you remember what it was?
No clue.
Nope. Gag.
Smoke from your fingertips?
Smoke from your fingertips. Boy's Life. Shit you order from the back. Nah, I don't remember.
Spy gadgets?
X-ray
specs.
Oh, X-ray specs. There we go. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah. No, I ordered those. What the hell else did I order?
Did you order the Charles Atlas Build a Better Body in 30 Days?
No, I got the itching powder.
Itching powder.
The How to Throw Your Voice book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you actually learn how to throw your voice?
No. You have
Did
to,
the powder actually make people itch?
It was just like this, like these little like white like pieces of like plastic that were like kind of like snowflake shapes.
So they sent you cocaine.
Yeah. Kind of, no, they're just like they were like little like burrs basically. They just kind of pricked at your skin.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, the throw your voice thing. Like they said like you have to kind of like pretend you're lifting something, like like kind of like straighten your diaphragm and like like strain your diaphragm and like kind of like I never could do it. I forget what the hell it's at, but I got a bunch of that shit. And like most of it, the fly in the ice cube, like yeah.
So it's not cool, right? That they give the guys at work X-ray glasses and they immediately look at their female coworker to see her naked.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Yo, that's cool."
And even just in the crib, be like, "Very nice."
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Dude, like, calm down. Like, fucking.
Apparently, they're out of lens crafters.
We'll make your spy sneakers in 30 minutes or less.
Oh, I love the LA Gear product placement.
I was trying to fucking figure out what brand those were. LA, yeah, okay. Like the soles are just smooth plastic until he fucking smooth rubber until he actually hits the thing.
Yeah, you would think he'd just be sliding all over.
Yeah.
Is that board there just to show spies how wall walking sneakers work? What does that thing have? What purpose does that wall serve right there?
Yeah, other than just to demo these sneakers. Somebody had to put it up this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, we're doing demo day. Fuck, all right.
Shit, that underage spy is coming in today. The Lotus is pretty cool.
Yeah. Which he immediately fucks up.
Yeah. All because he can't not hit on a woman that he meets.
Yeah.
And it's not even a woman that he meets. It's a woman who is next to him in traffic. He risks the lives of multiple people, all so he can get that girl's name. Gotta get your name.
Yeah.
I can't go on without knowing your name.
This is also like this scene is the perfect example of like why this movie would have been way better with somebody who could pull off comedy. Like,
yeah,
all of the shit he's doing right now, like the sliding down the car, like the whole bit with like, you mean I can just take this car, you know, and
like
leave.
you said, Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Or Casey Simasco.
Yeah, somebody who's like a little bit more just fucking more of an everyman, like.
Maybe even Emilio could have pulled it off. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, Emilio Estevez. Fuck yeah.
Right? He might have been a little too old at this point, but maybe if they'd done it a couple years earlier.
I mean, would he look any older than Richard Grieco looks in this movie?
Richard Grieco, yeah.
I was also trying to tell if he's wearing a toupee or not.
I think they just fluffed his hair in the front because it was naturally thinning.
Because
he definitely has one now.
I think it might be up high.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sits higher than like you would normally see it.
He might have a pointy head.
Maybe. Let me see if there's a shot where you're like, there was a couple of shots where like, oh, look, I could see it.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he was on a Fox show.
You can see it like how the the hair on the top of his head sits a little bit higher on the back of his head.
You got to make a clip of this for YouTube.
There's like strands like on the back that just kind of come down like on the top already.
I mean, Ian Ziering was wearing one on 90210 on a Fox show at the same time, also playing a high schooler, you know? So they weren't, you know, it wasn't out of the ordinary for them to hire actors who played kids who had wigs.
Yeah.
You know?
See, like the line could be like right up high.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. So I think it might be like a Ted Danson type toupee where it's just like the top part.
It's a bit of a letdown that the Greekest of all Greeks, the Greico,
El Greico,
needs a fucking hairpiece, you know? That guy should be able to just like shave a hunk of his arm hair off and just stick it on his head, and it just fuses.
Yeah, just automatically like.
Yeah,
on there.
Right.
Like, you know, if he shaves, like there's just instantly a beard. Like 5 minutes later. Like, yeah.
Like the Santa Claus movie. God, he's so pretty.
He's a pretty man.
He's prettier than her, and she's pretty.
I love the music lyrics are in the closed captioning.
Oh yeah.
I just want to dance.
Just so you can find the soundtrack on your own.
She tells him to back off. He's not like chasing anybody.
Yeah, that made no sense to me.
Yeah.
When she said back off. Like back off of what?
Again, this is another just extension of that scene where like if somebody could pull off comedy, like this would actually be funny.
This would have been a lot funnier, yeah.
Not just him looking like an imbecile fucking.
Yeah, right. They're just like, oh yeah, he's an idiot. I buy that he's an idiot.
Yeah.
You know? He's not a funny idiot, but I buy that he's dumb.
Yeah, he's not a likable idiot.
Right.
Like, you want a likable idiot.
Yeah. It's like him getting the first class ticket. It's like, oh, I love seeing great things happen to people who don't work for it.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. You can't figure out any of the buttons, even though they are all clearly labeled.
Yeah.
You know?
Is this how I roll down my window? Do you not know how to roll down a fucking car window?
And did they not tell him that they were going to dub in a voice saying what all the things were doing?
Yeah.
Because does he not hear the car saying to him, you just armed a missile?
Yeah.
You know?
One hot country. Fuck, I remember this song when I was watching it earlier.
You know what? I don't know this song, but it was clearly the band who they had another hit in the 90s. I think it was that band who sang like I love my classes. I got a crazy teacher who wears dark glasses. That song was in every 90s movie.
Oh, yeah.
Things are going great, but they're only getting better.
Future's so bright.
I gotta wear shades, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's that band. I want to look that up.
You could be
Timbuktu? Timbuk 3, I think they're called.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe I just pulled that out of my ass. Timbuk 3.
That's a deep cut.
Okay, I'm going to look up If Looks Could Kill soundtrack.
While you're doing that, I will say I did a convention with Richard Grieco once.
Yeah, he's probably a really nice guy.
He was, I like, whenever we've been, not to fucking sound like a fucking douchebag, not to fucking pull a who did we say had the most first? Oh, not to pull a fucking Kevin Bacon, but like I've gotten used to fucking like encountering fucking somewhat known people at conventions and stuff. Like we've been doing this a fucking long time. Like we've interviewed a lot of people. So I my first encounter is always like I always try not to be like, oh, I fucking love this. I love this. Like I always just try to be like, hey. And then fucking move on, like because everybody fucking fawns all over him,
Yeah.
Fucking and that was one of them. I saw I think it was right after I met Tom Berenger.
No.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. We were hanging out in front of our hotel. We were doing a convention. And it was me and a friend of mine.
There, huh?
Yeah, and like he might have even asked us for a light. We were just sitting there. And like this fucking old dude walks over, like he's dressed like your standard old guy with like the navy hat with like the gold laurel like leaves on it and like the name of a ship.
Oh yeah.
And I think he did ask us for a light.
Slacks.
I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. And like I fucking look up, that's Tom fucking Berenger. Like oh hey yeah, how's it going?
Bonds.
Yeah.
The only thing that can kill Bonds is Bonds.
And then. Yeah, I get like a few minutes later, I was walking in, and Richard Grieco was just smoking a cigarette, and oh, hey man, hey, and just fucking.
Did him and Berenger get into a fist fight?
I don't know.
That's too bad.
Maybe at some point.
Agree and amplify, please.
Sorry, I'm off my game.
So it was not Timbuk 3. The song in this movie is by The Outfield, which also sounds familiar.
Yeah,
but I know they have another hit. I just don't know what it is.
I could look it up.
Your Love.
Your Love.
Yeah, I probably can't play it on here, but I just heard that song the other day.
We'll get a fucking copyright strike.
I don't want to live without your love. I don't want to live without your love tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Without your love.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I know, yeah. That's
that
the
song,
one.
yeah. Booker was a good cop.
This was also co-written by Darren Star. Isn't he the creator of Beverly Hills 90210?
I don't know. Sounds familiar. Either that or he was the manager of the New Kids on the Block.
Sex and the City and 90210.
Wow. And what movie were we watching? If Looks Could Kill?
Yeah.
All
right.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show, Tom.
We've been talking about just about everything other than this movie.
Yeah, I know that we have been doing that. We haven't usually like doing our normal commentary. Not to fucking take away from the movie, like, because it actually was good. Like,
yeah, there's, like we said before, there's enjoyable stuff in it.
I like for sure. Like, when I sat down to watch, I'm like, this is gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
But the only thing not working is Richard Grieco.
Richard Grieco, yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing keeping this from being like an 80s classic that people like rewatch, or 90s classic, is the fact that like he does not pull off the comedy well. And
it's not even something he could complain about, because what's really the complaint? He's too good looking. Yeah. He's too good looking to play this part, So even that will just make him more Grieco.
Yeah.
You're like, what was that? What was that? Oh, I'm too good looking.
Oh, I'm just a geek.
Yeah. Just doing a Grieco thing,
French
as
school,
Charlie says.
Trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this before, but I'm in the middle of a Cheers rewatch right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just getting like the Robin Colcord parts.
Nice. Yeah, I always think of Robin Colcord when I see him in anything.
Yeah.
Even though
that show's been off the air for like 30-something years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He's been dead for fucking almost 10.
He's dressed like Mr. Rogers in the scene.
I gotta stop saying fucking so much.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it down. For the people. Yeah, like again, this all works. Like for like a lighthearted, like action comedy. Like this would have been all perfect. Just the one guy you needed to be good. Like
I think this would have been rated R had they made it now. Only if they'd made it this way though, because there's a lot of squibs in it.
Yeah, I mean, like
movie.
You have the one in the one scene. I mean, like he picks the necklace off of what's her name, Titty's fucking Pinocchle's fucking charred corpse.
I recognized her from another classic early '90s movie, Shrimp on the Barbie with
Paul Hogan.
Marin.
Paul Hogan's in that too, right?
Is he?
I think so.
No, this one has Cheech Marin, and he's in love, or he's like pretending to be the poor boyfriend of this rich socialite who is like mad at her parents.
I remember it being on HBO a lot. Like I know I've
Vernon
seen
Wells is in it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was thinking about that the other. Again, we're just way off topic of the movie.
Yeah.
This is like super inside baseball. We did a panel with Vernon Wells once, and I got fucked up because like there's never clear communication on who is supposed to go get the people for the panel.
That's right.
And this is why, like, ever since then, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. And like people keep like, no, you got to do it. I'm like, no, I'm busy. Like, I have to fucking control this whole thing. Like, you have handlers who can do this. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, real quick. Where did the suit come from? I was thinking about that
He had
earlier.
the tuxedo in the trunk of the car.
Oh, okay. I thought he had one in the trunk, but they don't
Yeah.
show him. Do they show it to him when he's seeing the car for the first time?
Yes, he
Okay.
has. They show him in the trunk. There's like camo, a tuxedo,
All right.
and like a third outfit too.
Because I thought I remembered that from seeing this years ago, but I must have missed it when I watched the.
This is the
Q
most
scene.
early '90s tuxedo too, with no tie and
yeah.
the button. Like,
Yeah, they stole that out of Bruce Willis's closet.
pretty
Come on.
sure like my cousin's New Jersey wedding, people were wearing that tux.
Yeah. You just gotta put it on and then you start doing this like Bruce Willis.
Yeah, you just sneer automatically. Yeah.
You do that little stupid side smirk where your mouth looks like a butthole in the middle of a cheek, you know? And even this whole scene is like his libido is so intense that he doesn't even see what's going on around him. He can't even recognize that society is going on around him, that these people are doing shit around him. They're having conversations, they're playing this game. And he's just like, no, baby, I got to know your name.
Yeah, I'm too much of an ignoramus to not know we're playing not playing blackjack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls out his giant play money. I would like to point out that I graduated from the same community college as Richard Grieco, and I'm damn proud of it.
As did I. We're brothers in education.
Yep.
Yeah.
I felt like, too, since they started the movie with a graduation scene, and of course they goddamn played Pomp and Circumstance, because every graduation plays that song. I mean, movies and television, you know, that his character would have been the guy in the 80s movies who would have been naked under the graduation gown, you know?
Yeah.
For real.
100%.
You know?
Again, another sex crime.
Yeah. I'm going to force this entire crowd of people to see my ding, because it's not a dong. Oh, this is where his face is the most ladylike.
It's very, like, soft lighting.
Yeah.
And, like, wearing a lot of makeup, you can tell.
Yeah. Where he's like,
Like they gotta, he's one of those dudes with permanent 5 o'clock shadow. So you can see it right there. They're trying to cover it up.
Yeah, they filmed this at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like he just shaved before the scene, and like
he's like Homer Simpson when he shaves.
Yeah.
It's just all of a sudden that line. Oh, I just remembered seeing that other actor there that they didn't miss a chance to put in a homophobic joke in the Bond.
That's right.
You know, the Bond poker scene, which never was in a Bond movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
never.
Yeah. The transgender baccarat player.
Yeah.
Like, what are they playing? Oh, yeah, baccarat.
Why did So the background changed because he could see through the wall into the next room?
I figured it was just like a matrix, like on the glasses. Like, see how it's always.
Okay. Because it
like
seemed like the background also changed. So like he could see through the clothes of the woman, but then also the wall behind her. So why couldn't he just see through the woman? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't he just see bones? You know?
He doesn't want to see the wall's tits.
Yeah. I was checking them out, and they're not that bad. The wall had some really nice tits.
And like, would nobody think it's suspicious that Oh, let me just put on my special glasses
I
for
know.
a second. Yeah.
My giant old man in traffic glasses.
My De Niro at the end of Casino glasses.
Yeah. And also the fact that he's a minor in a casino.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like 18 years old.
Yeah. No one,
At the most.
even when he accidentally gets the first class ticket, he gets right on the plane and they start giving him booze.
Yeah, champagne right
You
away.
know? He's supposed to be 17, 18.
Never been given champagne the multiple times I've flown first class.
Yeah. The only times I've ever been given champagne were at like medieval times, you know, when they would have the toast at the end and they put champagne in front of everybody. You know?
Yeah.
I snuck some out of my mom's, you know. And that was back in the 80s, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing now down there?
I thought that was Sean Bean for a second.
Ha! Scene Bean.
Gabrielle Anwar. She was like the standard go-to like cute girl in the 90s for a while.
Yeah. She was in Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake that Abel Ferrara did.
She was in that ice skating movie too, wasn't she, with D.B. Sweeney?
Oh, you know, I never saw that one, but I've
And
heard.
I just remember every girl in grade school like being obsessed with that
I
movie.
didn't realize she was the girl in it.
The Cutting Edge. She was in
She was in that Michael J. Fox
Scent of a
movie.
Woman also.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hoo-ah!
Ooh-ah.
Also made around here,
Yeah, that was made in Troy, where Richard Grieco is from.
where he went to college.
Yeah.
It comes full circle.
He seems like a dude from Troy.
See,
Like that dude knows his way around Lansing.
it makes as much sense as Mickey Rourke being from Schenectady.
Yeah. Like that all fucking tracks. Like,
See, that gag with the arms up and the gas thing would have been so much funnier in the arms of a more seasoned comic
a
actor.
skilled comedian.
Yeah,
Not just some pretty boy.
yeah.
I love the gag about the driver
I'll
being
keep
killed every
changing.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's funny shit in the non-Greco parts.
Yeah.
You know?
He's just the thing dragging it down. I don't mean to shit on him, but it's the fucking hard truth here.
It's just not cast well.
Yeah.
He's not a bad actor. It's just not cast well.
There's a movie for him, and this is not it.
It's not it. The one that is for him is a movie I remember seeing years ago called Tomcat: Stories of Desire, right? Where he's a man who has been genetically altered in a lab to have cat DNA, and
I thought for sure you were about to describe a Harry Bob and Man ass movie.
oh, it is. There's
right.
there's tits and ass in it.
All right.
It's it's like 90s softcore stuff. You know?
Exactly.
But he's like a killer,
Something
and he's
from
got the
this
DNA of a
TV
cat.
section.
And at one point, a girl is trying to get away from him because he's evil, and he jumps from a balcony down onto the ground quietly, and she turns around and he's right there because
He's
a
cat.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, it's brilliant.
Because
It's
of
brilliant.
course he is a cat.
He is a cat. Yeah. There's also another great one called that he stars in with Mario Lopez. Called,
God damn
Journey the Absolute. It's Journey : The Absolution, where they play inhabitants of some sort of Arctic base after an apocalypse has happened, and they all live inside this facility.
Yeah.
And Richard Grieco is a crazy over the top drill sergeant for a bunch of
oh God.
for a bunch of dudes who hang around in their underwear the whole movie. It's very
I watched a lot of Arlie
homoerotic.
Ermy preparing for this
Oh
role.
God, it is so bad.
Oh
It is
Jesus.
it's so goddamn bad.
Who is the henchman? He looked familiar. I couldn't.
He's probably the lead singer in a '80s new wave band.
Nuave.
Yeah,
Let's see. Tom Rack.
Tom Rack. There's Shia.
The
Is
Human
he Shia's
Stain.
dad?
The greatest game ever played. It's in 300.
E4 number 3. That must not be much of a part.
2 episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Oh, Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Additional
1998.
voices. I'm sure whatever he's in, he's very British.
Yeah, nothing here is like jumping out at me.
Yeah.
Nope, maybe I just hallucinated that. It's been known to happen.
He's got a, he's got a face that's, it's symmetrical. That's what they look for, symmetrical faces.
Yeah. Cursed. No, I thought it was that shitty werewolf movie, but it's not. It's way too.
Jackknife. That's a De Niro drama about like Vietnam vets. Him and Ed Harris. That's a pretty good flick.
All right, that was 1989. Yeah, no, I've never seen any of this shit. The Vindicator. That was like a Terminator knockoff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
That was like I think it was before Thursday Night Prime, but that was like.
I remember the Exterminator.
Yeah, that has to do with like the blonde hair, right?
I don't remember what
he had like bleached blonde, looked kind of like Sting, but jacked.
But he had like a homemade like suit of armor type thing and a flamethrower. I think. I'm pretty sure that was like a Golden Globus one.
Here's the scorpion scene.
Yeah. How do you have a girl named Areola and not show her areolas?
Show her areolas.
You know, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying they missed an opportunity.
Also, again, not to be this dude, but actually, I don't think that scorpion would be lethal.
Oh yeah, because it's too big.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big ones.
The big ones don't kill you.
Yeah. Shaved chest of Richard Grieco.
Oh Jesus, yeah. He like full. He had to have full body like upper way like.
He was at the
body
spa yesterday.
Yeah.
You know. Back to cool guy hair. No bangs.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have it combed down anymore.
Tidy whities. Oh my god. I stopped wearing those when I was like 11 years old, I think.
Yeah. My
kids.
boys need a house.
Yeah.
What's her name in? Carol Davis was Areola Canasta.
Well, she was in Shrimp on the Barbie. That was the one I was mentioning, the Cheech Marin movie.
Yeah.
Flamingo Kid.
Sex in the City. She's in Mannequin.
Oh yeah, she's the slutty girl who's into Andrew McCarthy.
Yes. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
She was in Hacks.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
She was in an episode of Hacks in 2022.
I'm not familiar with that.
That was a pretty good show. It's on HBO. She was in an episode of Angel.
A lot of TV work.
There's an Ed Gein movie in 2000.
Oh yeah, uncredited too.
Star Trek Voyager, Third Rock, Acapulco Heat.
Tell me that stars Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does actually. Oh God, I thought it did. That was I'm pretty sure that was one of those like '90s like syndicated shows.
Yeah. Like they're trying to make a Silk Stockings.
Yeah, Shrimp on the Barbie. Yeah, 1990.
I just remember Cheech and
Emma Sims was in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Vernon
Wells.
Oh yeah, but we were saying our panel with him got fucked up and we got stuck in the audience.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
Bruce Spence. Holy shit! The only non-Mad Max movie I think I've ever seen him in. Hi.
Oh, he was in Return of the King.
Oh, wow.
Episode 3. Dark City.
Oh, I do remember him in that. He's an alien in that, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love in Road Warrior when he's like, a clever man.
He's in Love and Monsters. That was a pretty decent movie.
I don't know that one.
Who the hell is it? Michael Rooker's in it. Dylan O'Brien. Isn't that Jerry's fake Nazi name in that episode of Seinfeld? Where him and George get in the limo. Yeah.
Dylan Murphy, Colin O'Brien, and Dylan Murphy.
Yeah. Jessica Henwick. Michael Rooker I mentioned. She's in a lot of bit parts and sci-fi stuff. She was in episode 7 Star Trek. But it's in this world kind of like this apocalypse where animals mutate. There's all these giant fucking bugs and fucking all kinds of crazy monsters and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty decent movie. It's one of our lost episodes of Big Dumb Monsters.
I didn't know they did a new Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
Is that a show or a movie?
Movie.
Is it bad? Straight to video?
3.7.
Did they make it to try and keep the rights to it like they've been doing with Hellraiser for years?
Probably. Oh, God, that new Hellraiser was fucking terrible.
I couldn't even get to Pinhead. No, I did get to Pinhead. That's right, because it was Lady Pinhead.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I'm against that, but the movie sucked.
They tried to make like a teen slasher out of a movie that is not a fucking teen slasher at all. Yeah. Ugh, God. Ugh.
Yeah, like it's supposed to. Oh.
Are we still on Bruce Spence? We are. Who gives a shit? He's in a bunch of other stuff besides Mad Max, is what we're trying to say. Back to Shrimp on the
If that was Michael J. Fox in his underwear, they brought, think about that. Michael J. Fox did a comedy scene in his underwear about him being in his underwear, the Calvin Klein underwear.
Yeah,
and that was funny, right?
Yeah.
Him being in his underwear is just like, oh, it's like when you watch a goddamn movie with Zac Efron. And you go, oh, here we go. He took his shirt off again. I was waiting for this,
I will say I did like the Iron Claw.
Is that movie where he plays that giant-faced wrestler?
I'm good. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It's one of those movies like, I've watched this once. It was a good movie. I don't need to be this bummed out again. Yeah. Let me tell you about all my brothers dying. We went deep into this.
He was swinging hard for the fences on that one. Date rape in the 80s and early 90s was acceptable.
Yeah, here he is. Yeah, sticking his fucking... Sorry, we never mentioned we were starting the movie. We're at 56 minutes in and 17 seconds.
We never mentioned we were starting the movie?
Yeah, and fucking creepy dude is sticking his tongue in the girl's ear.
Because that's sexy.
Yeah. What girl doesn't want to be woken up by that?
Yeah.
Frederick Coffin, who you mentioned before. Officer Koharski.
Yeah, I said Badarsky before.
He was in Hard to Kill. Oh, you mentioned that, yeah.
Yep, he's O'Malley.
Yeah, Officer Koharski.
Hey, O'Malley. He took care of Steven Seagal's son, Sonny.
It's in Diagnosis Murder.
I don't know that one.
On Big Dumb Monsters, we call it the Pentaveret of old people solving murders.
Oh yeah. It must have been a CBS show.
No, there's a whole genre of TV shows.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm saying Diagnosis Murder must be a CBS
actually
show.
Yeah. It was Dick Van Dyke as a doctor solving murders.
Yeah, I'm seeing this picture there.
Yeah.
I remember him being on an old man show, but I did not realize he was a doctor who solved murders. The only doctor who can solve murders, in my opinion, is Quincy.
Yeah, that's one of the Pentaveret of of old people solving murders. The other one's Murder She Wrote, obviously. Father Dowling Mysteries.
Yeah. There's one called the Snoop Sisters. There's
yeah. But the five main ones we talk about are Murder She Wrote, Father Dowling Mysteries, Matlock, the fucking mother of them all. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Diagnosis Murder, and Quincy.
I think Jack Klugman looks older than he really is, though.
He
was
like
probably 35 when they made that show.
Yeah, like when he did The Odd Couple, he's probably like in his 30s, and he looked like he was 60. But that was also like back when people who were 30 looked like they were 60.
Right.
Yeah.
He smoked a lot.
Oh, it's another one of those shitty fucking.
Oh wow, Nightman.
Yeah.
Was so great.
Syndicated shows.
That was that existed in the same universe as Manimal.
Fucking Frederick Coffin was in 4 episodes
of Murder, She Wrote. We're at the nexus of the universe.
Which we have our own sound effect for. Yeah. 4 episodes of Murder.
Wait, go back up again though. Oh yeah, the Nightman one. Yeah, that exists in the same universe as Manimal. Do you remember the Manimal show from NBC in the early 80s?
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, Manimal makes guest appearances on a couple episodes of Nightman. Simon McCorkindale is the actor's name.
No shit.
He was the blonde British, like good guy / bad guy in Jaws 3, who you know is going to get it.
Oh yeah.
He's like the shark expert.
The guy who's not Peter O'Toole.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that was a shitty comic, which they made into a shitty TV show.
That was a comic.
Yeah,
Nightman.
yeah.
Fighter of the day, man. Champion of the sun.
It's an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Because of course he is.
Walker gave me AIDS. Or Walker said I have AIDS.
I don't know what you're talking about, man, but
There was a clip they would play like on Conan a lot, like from Walker, Texas Ranger.
when they had the Walker Texas Ranger handle.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Walker said I have AIDS.
Briscoe County Jr. That was a good show.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot too. The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. I used to watch that and fucking Sightings on Friday nights on Fox.
Sightings. Wow, I forgot about Sightings. Holy shit. Renegade.
The
Lorenzo
greatest show of the
Lamas.
90s.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a MacGyver.
V.I.
V.I.
Warshawski. Wow.
The Young Riders. It was like a Western TV series. Jake and
Taking
the
the
Fat
Fat Man. Shoot to Kill. I think that was Tom Berenger and Sidney Poitier.
A 6.8 rating. Yeah.
I think maybe did Peckinpah make that one? No, Spottiswood.
Spottiswood,
I was gonna
right,
say the
Spottiswood.
last like Peckinpah movie was something about like guys out in.
Didn't he make
the
a Bond
woods.
movie?
Yeah, he made a Pierce one.
Yeah.
Maybe Tomorrow Never Dies,
I think you're right.
which is pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, that is one of the better Pierce Brosnan ones.
You know,
I fucking Die Another Day is notoriously one of the worst Bond movies.
yeah, but you know what? It still has some cool like scenes and like parts of it. You know,
Yeah.
there are parts of it that are bad, like the Madonna song,
Oh god.
but the fucking fencing scene
yeah, yeah.
in Madonna's club. I hate the fact that she's in it, but that scene is badass. That sword fight.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike is kind of hot in that movie too.
Is that Frost?
Yeah.
Miranda Frost.
Yeah.
She's attractive.
She was in that movie that everybody was going crazy for last year. Fuck. Where what's his name drinks the bathwater.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking Christ! Now I gotta look this up. It was a movie that like oh, it's so crazy, it's so out there, and I watched it. And, like, we have a clip. Fucking hold on.
I know who you're talking about. That fucking Irish fuck.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan or
Yeah.
Keegan. How do you fucking say his name?
I don't know.
We have a clip on the soundboard just referencing that movie, which I'll play after I explain.
Yeah, I really went out of my way not to watch that movie because
Saltburn. That's the name of
Saltburn,
it.
yeah. I read a thing saying how the director said that they made every shot so that each shot could be a separate TikTok video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as I read that, I went, nope.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It was. I mean, it was okay, but like, it just wasn't like, oh, he fucks a grave at one point. Ooh,
Really?
yeah. But yeah, at one point he drinks fucking. I forget the dude's name. Jacob Elordi's bathwater.
I don't know who that is either.
He was on that fucking show about the kids doing
Stop
drugs.
saying fuck.
Thank you. No, I legitimately appreciate that. That's not. I know it sounds sarcastic.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
still laughing.
Yeah. Oh Christ! What's that show on
Jacob
HBO with Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney?
I don't know what you're talking about there either. I feel like I've been in a coma or something.
Anyway,
I've been in a hard to kill situation.
Yeah, there's a scene where he drinks his bathwater.
And this is in the Saltburn movie.
Yeah.
He drinks a guy's bathwater because he's attracted to the guy.
Yeah, he's like obsessed with him.
Oh, okay.
And we have a fucking.
That's just gross.
Have you never seen somebody drink cum out of a bathtub before? Like what?
We were talking about like this movie was supposed
There's
to be
jizz in the bathtub.
Yeah, and that's like the whole like, oh, it's so fucking outrageous. Like, I've
That's
seen
just
way
gross.
worse. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like,
Like you've never known a guy, because how many guys have you known who like you went over to their house one time, when you were younger, and they just like put on a gross porno just to gross you out,
yeah.
or a horror movie. I mean, it
There
didn't
was always
have to
that
be a
one
porno.
dude, throwing a porn. like-
You know exactly who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about because we both had this friend.
yeah.
Where you'd walk in their house and they'd go, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
And you go, "Oh, don't show me that." Not I wasn't against porn, but it would be something horrifically not pleasurable.
Christ, I don't remember this dude's name. But this is another one of those dudes, like exactly this dude. He died doing donuts on an ATV at the intersection of Central Avenue and North Allen.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. Like when I heard that, like, I'm sorry that he died, but
did he do that to you?
That tracks.
He would put on the dirty shit like that.
I'm pretty sure, like at least once.
Yeah.
Fucking. I remember we were hanging out with this dude one time. It was like me and another dude, whose name I won't say, and he was lighting his socks on fire. Yeah, that guy.
Was he wearing them?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was like a ball he took out of the drawer.
No, I had him on his feet. Yeah. I legitimately don't remember his name.
I do, but I won't say it.
Yeah, not on air. Oh shit! I forgot. I hit the sound effect button and it changed our camera angle.
Yeah, now it's just my sweet face.
Here we go. I gotta get back to me.
Oh, I watched. Speaking of another movie that we're not watching right now, I watched The Beekeeper yesterday.
Oh, I've been dying to watch that.
Wow! Wow! You gotta watch that. Holy shit!
Folks, I think this was before we were recording. I'm trying to get Tom to watch fucking Tulsa King. If you have if you have time to watch The Beekeeper, just watch the first episode of Tulsa King. You will not be disappointed.
The Beekeeper is a Jason Statham movie.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure was financed by like the people who put their commercials on Fox News.
Yeah.
You know, like people who buy
the people who financed the last
like
Rambo
home
movie.
catheters. Yeah. And they've been fooled by an internet scam.
Yeah.
And they've called a number because of
those
it.
Commercials about like relatives trying to steal your house when you're elderly.
The movie starts out with Jason Statham living with his elderly lady friend.
It's Claire Huxtable, right?
Right. Yeah. It's Claire Huxtable, and in the first 10 minutes, she gets scammed out of all her savings on the internet.
Yeah.
Including like a charity, fund that she manages, and then like he spends the rest of the movie going on a revenge spree, which is clearly supposed to be Hunter Biden, but if Hunter Biden was Hillary's son.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Hunter Biden is the bad guy. It's the son of the president.
Yeah.
And he just does coke, and he
I listened
and
to that
steals a whole bunch of money from people.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
I've been dying to watch it because I listened to that episode. It's just now available on Prime to watch.
Yeah. I just watched it on Prime.
Oh, I'm watching that this weekend. Shit, I had something to say. And
If looks could kill.
Yeah, we left this movie behind.
Yeah.
Again, this is one of those situations I think where it's tough to talk about a movie that I actually like enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like aside from just saying like, oh, this was actually pretty good. Aside from Richard Grieco, like there's really not much else to say.
Yeah.
I would recommend watching it. Like, go check it out if you want like a lighthearted spy movie.
Yep.
There you go. And this is where he tries to be serious. I'm gonna nail your ass to the wall.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even play the serious guy well.
No, he doesn't. He's not intimidating.
Yeah, like he's been playing the smarmy jerk the whole movie, and like now I can't take you seriously.
I would have to say his best performance is as himself on Sunny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched that episode.
Obviously I have. I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah. Charlie does a Greco thing and starts impersonating him, and then Dennis makes a movie of his sexual exploits.
That's right. Yeah,
and they get Greco to be in it.
That's right. I do remember that one.
He's constantly taking seaweed breaks because he eats seaweed and chalk. So at least he had a sense of humor about, playing himself as an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I can't take you seriously here, dude.
Yeah.
Like another thing, like at one point that French teacher shoots into the fucking crowd of people at the party later, like when she's like rescuing
With the
everyone.
Uzi.
Yeah, like you would have
Yeah.
killed like 3 people when you did that. Like,
Yeah, people in movies never consider where bullets go
yeah.
other than into the bad guy.
Like there's
Yeah.
at the end of that scene, the loser friend throws the Uzi to him from down on the balcony. Like
That's right.
if he drops that, like 20 people are gonna die.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I recently sold an Uzi watch.
No shit.
Yeah, they make watches.
Watches and machine guns.
Yep. Israel.
that tracks. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
Watches and machine. That sounds like a Clash song that we never got to hear.
Watches and machine guns. Holy shit, that's totally a fucking Clash song. It's like the musical sequel to Police and Thieves.
Yep. The spiritual successor.
Yeah.
Watches and machine guns.
Bump, bump, like fucking yeah.
He's got a Timex, a Casio, an AK-47.
I can absolutely see that being a fucking Joe Strummer song.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's getting all mad. But if you really want to see him get mad, the angry scene that he has in Journey, The Absolution, is fucking priceless.
I love that he also can't say Armani suit. Also,
What does he say?
This is an abalone suit.
He says, "Is that supposed to be a gag?"
Yeah.
It was a lot better in Showgirls when she keeps saying Versace instead of Versace.
Yeah.
An infinitely better movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I love Showgirls. I'm not even saying ironically. That is a fucking awesome movie. There's just so much trash in it. It's so great.
I don't think how do I specify this? I don't think I've critically watched it. In a long time.
You phallically watched it a bunch of times, I'm
The
sure.
audition scene, I know well.
Why aren't your nipples hard?
Mine are. Why isn't she hard? I am.
I am.
Yeah. Oh.
That guy is so great. Everybody in that
That's
movie.
my favorite part of the movie.
Everybody in that movie gives 110%, and Robert Davi is so fucking funny in that movie. You know, must be
Yeah.
weird not having anybody come on you. Like,
oh man, that I don't know art, but I do know it when I see it, and that is my
Yeah.
friend. That movie is fucking art.
that fuck scene in the pool.
Your nipples, why aren't they hard? That's what it is.
That guy is so great.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Why aren't you hard? I am.
I am.
Yeah.
Ice. And he gives her the bowl of ice.
Oh God.
Yeah, that movie's great.
We are almost at the end of this movie.
Are we
shit.
now?
Yeah.
I knew I should have taken Spanish. Yeah, they do give him quips in this movie that don't land.
Because he can't sell them. Like,
Yeah.
it's if again, if somebody with a little bit more fucking comedic skill were in this role.
Yeah,
like,
and less of a lady face. If he was a 17-year-old Fred Ward, I would have been it totally in, you know.
Oh, this scene also, he's using his classmates as cover in this gunfight.
Yeah. As they dangle into a pit of molten steel.
Yeah. Gold.
Gold, that's right. That's because they're making the coins with Robin Colcord's face on them, of
Yeah.
course.
Let me guess, you butt ugly mug on the other side.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Also, you could like swing the cage and fucking, and then it might go in sideways. That'd be bad. Never mind.
A lot of great squibs in this scene, in this whole sequence.
Like, this is actually a pretty fucking well done sequence,
Right?
Yeah.
And this reminds me of the end of a Pierce Brosnan Bond movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little bit over the top. There's some sort of environmental danger going on.
He's brandishing
know?
a machine gun usually. Like, yeah. like again, everything fucking works except fucking Greco.
That was some of your excellent training from your Throwing Your Voice book.
Somebody else said that. Yeah.
I'm lifting this box.
I got a mouth harp out of that thing too, which I could never also get to work.
Like a harmonica?
You know, it was like that thing.
Oh, is that thing you go like that?
Twang, twang. Yeah.
You know, I do like her line. She's an improv actress. She was on an episode of Curb.
Yes.
She has a great line early in the movie where she says to the CIA, like, the French teacher does not say, like, goodbye. The French teacher says, s'il vous plaît, or something like that. You know, it's like something that, because it's the whole mistaken. I mean, it's like if they took a Bond movie.
Some fucking, like some, operative or something. Yeah.
It's like if they took a Bond movie and North by Northwest, which was, where the guy gets mistook for being a spy.
Yeah.
And they just combined the two,
I gotta watch North by Northwest.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Martin Landau's the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched like a good.
And Cary Grant is actually like kind of funny in it.
It's been a while since I've watched the Hitchcock movie. I loved fucking Vertigo. I haven't seen that in a long time either. Yeah. He's got the fucking awesome, robot hand, like.
He's wearing a Star Trek movie Klingon uniform.
Yeah.
Every sequence in this movie could be a stunt show in 1997 at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the gold melting layer stunt show.
Yeah, like the things on the surface there, like all going up and down,
Yeah. Him like trying to escape, like walking down the roof, like.
Yeah. Looking like a 17-year-old John McClane. All sweaty and greasy and Jersey-like.
I would never want to drink champagne out of a bottle that they cut the head off like that.
That you've had it's like getting sloppy seconds from a champagne bottle.
I would be so terrified of like drinking a glass shard and like fucking having it tear through me.
Yeah, but that's one of the benefits of being rich. Drinking glass. Where's Leslie Nielsen to jump in and like land on the lady? I think that little lady won an Academy Award for something.
She did. Year Living Dangerously. She played a male like dwarf.
Huh.
Yeah. I was looking at this earlier.
I remember her from Dune and Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember hearing that she had won an award, but I didn't know what it was. I've never watched that movie before.
Me neither. It sounds intriguing.
Is that the one with Mel Gibson in it?
We're about to find out. Yeah, Billy Kwan.
I think it's an Australian movie.
Yeah, dwarf. Mel Gibson, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Weir. Yeah. He's a good director. He made Witness. He made fucking Fearless. Love that one with Jeff Bridges.
Oh yeah.
Who
I
survives
remember
the plane crash, and it was the one that was really good. And then a couple years later, M. Night Shyamalan like ripped off the entire first act of it.
Oh, for
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Yeah.
The whole first act he took, and then just turned it into a superhero movie.
I did see that movie that his daughter made. It was okay.
Who are we talking about?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't like
I don't
great.
know. And maybe it is good, but it better be really fucking good if I'm gonna watch a director's kids movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that nepotism my time. Like, hey, will you check out my kid's movie? It's really good. Like, yeah, I'm busy with my own kid. Oh no, come on, check out my kid's movie. You want to come to my kid's play? Think about that. Would you go to M. Night Shyamalan's kid's play?
I did just attend the Sand Creek Middle School production of Annie.
Ooh.
Yeah, which my wife directed.
Well, that I would go to that too if my wife directed it. Yeah. Squibs. Great squibs.
Yeah, no,
Great
the action
movie
sequences
guns,
are really good in this movie. Yeah.
There's Uzis, there's MP5s. Steranko's got that cool old Mauser pistol, that World War II German gun. That thing's a lot of fun. It's the gun they used as the base for Han Solo's pistol.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just threw a bunch of shit on top of it. It was like the
changed
movie
the
prop
nose.
version of gobbledygook, you know?
Yeah.
Like they just throw a bunch of stuff on it to make a prop gun. That's what they did with the Blade Runner gun, you know? Just like combine a couple of guns, like an old rifle. Well, it's a good thing there was a a safety net for a trapeze artist underneath that helicopter.
I love that, like, he has to, like, they have to cut weight in the helicopter, and he throws Linda Hunt out.
Yeah.
Who maybe weighs 80
4
pounds.
ounces?
Yeah,
I'm
tops
pretty
80.
sure she has hollow bones.
Like, she weighs probably less than one of those boxes of gold.
Yeah. And this also feels like that one scene in a Brosnan Bond movie, where they're on the docks with that one actor who was in Harry Potter.
Oh, Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, and he's the Russian gangster, and there's the helicopter with the buzzsaw wheel.
The World Is Not
underneath it.
Enough.
Yeah.
I do.
Right?
I do love that movie.
Yeah.
Not one of the best Bond movies, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for that movie.
No, that's a good one. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, the dummy falling is great.
It's got one of the most cringiest fucking lines in a Bond movie.
What is it?
I thought Christmas only came once a year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not. Is that The World Is Not Enough? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Okay. I see. The first woman I thought of in that movie was Sophie Marceau.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she's the bad guy. She's the good guy, bad guy.
Yeah.
But Christmas, she's the sidekick.
That is one of my favorite Bond songs, too, I will say.
Is that the one the Garbage did?
Garbage, yeah.
I think I saw them at Woodstock.
I saw them at the time. I think it was the Pepsi Arena at the time. They opened for Smashing Pumpkins.
This is a cool effect. When the helicopter was landing, it reminded me of the effects in Monty Python's Holy Grail, where the Trojan rabbit lands.
Yeah.
I feel like they shot it the same way.
Yeah.
Movie people pointing their guns at other people bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah. Don't do that.
They talk so much shit when you see people making movies about how we want to be as real as possible, so we had all these experts on set telling us about the weapons and all this stuff, and it's like, but none of them told you that no one would ever point a gun at the person standing next to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the first thing they would teach you if you were in some gun safety class.
Don't
you know?
point it at somebody you don't want to shoot.
Yeah. See that guy over there? Don't point the gun at him. Oh, here we go. Slick shoes.
Are you crazy?
Can we still get LA Gears? What's the
I don't
bet? What's the bet?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna bet on yes.
Okay.
You
So
can
I
get
guess I'll just go
anything.
no.
Yeah, you can get anything on the internet these days.
Well, I'm saying new. Like, are they still making new
making
LA Gears? You know?
I'm gonna say that's tough.
I'm going on Amazon. LA Gear sneakers. Reebok and British Knights are the first thing that came up, and I the first thing I thought of after we mentioned the LA Gears was like, oh, British Knights. I thought of that too.
Yeah.
So you can still get some British Knights. I don't see any LA Gears on here,
No shit.
but maybe they're just not
And on Amazon.
on Amazon.
Everything's on fucking Amazon.
Right, you would think. Yep. Maybe I'll get me some British Knights.
Go for it, man.
BK Gear.
BK Gear. Oh.
It's the end of the movie. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I thought we were gonna run out of steam on this, but because we were talking about anything
We're
else
talking about
but the
everything
movie.
and anything else, yeah.
Yeah.
In front of the green screen.
Speaking of which, I will say I did see the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie.
Who's that?
He directed like The Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer.
The Lobster pissed me off.
Yeah. Oh God, that movie upset me.
What was the other one you said?
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
That one I liked.
Yeah.
That one I liked, but also disturbing.
Yeah, all of his movies are like that. Like they kind of haunt you for a
that
little bit.
That weird-faced Mick in it.
What the hell else did he do? Poor Things with Emma Stone.
I haven't seen that yet. I'd like to.
It's just like a female Frankenstein. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw a lot of things about it because it's Frankenhooker.
Yeah, it's Frankenhooker, but like in Victorian times.
Yeah. There was some sort of meme where they had all different shots from Frankenhooker.
Yeah.
Next to the shots of Poor Things, where they were all identical.
But yeah, we made it all the way through this, man. Yeah, again, Roger Daltrey gets top billing over even like the cast header.
Well, he was the Brando in Superman, you know.
Yeah,
he was there for a week. Got probably paid $2 million. Got top billing,
and
even though
got
the
fuck out.
Yep. They wrote his lines on a diaper. Mr. Daltrey, there aren't any babies in this scene. Damn it! I want a diaper.
It's in my fucking rider.
You know, Pete Townsend told me I couldn't have a diaper either. And now we're not a band anymore, so fuck you. Yeah, so I was thinking while watching this, there was a much better spy high school student movie called Never Too Young to Die, starring John Stamos.
This is what we were talking about before we were recording?
Yeah, it stars John Stamos. So rather than recommend this movie, I would, even though this was kind of enjoyable.
This sounds batshit crazy.
Yeah. This one stars John Stamos as the son of George Lazenby. Former Bond George Lazenby, who is a spy in this movie.
Yeah.
Named Stargrove.
Of course.
Yeah. And Stargrove gets killed by the villain in the movie, Gene Simmons, who plays a transgender transgender musical performer and biker gang leader.
As one does.
Yeah. And he does a hell of a job too. in that, you know, doesn't need a man to
You don't need a man.
Yeah. You know. And they're trying to steal a government computer chip. And after Lazenby gets killed, John Stamos has to stand up, you know, like in his father's place and solve the mystery and, you know, like and defeat the bad guy. And his name is also Stargrove because he's the son of Stargrove.
Yeah.
And he's a gymnastics star at his college, as one is.
Now that you mentioned the gymnastics thing, I think I might have seen at least part of this.
There's a great theme song that goes, Stargrove, Stargrove, all while John Stamos is jumping on a trampoline. The entire opening credits is him jumping on a trampoline.
Oh, jeez.
Stargrove.
Oh,
yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah, that's a movie that I would say, if you're going to watch a movie about a teen boy becoming a secret spy, I would recommend that over
If Looks Could Kill. But I thought this was a good movie, except for Greek. I know I'm repeating myself fucking ad nauseum here, but like it really like is the one thing that brings this movie down.
It's got such great 90s and 80s like props and set pieces, you know, where everything has clearly been made in a studio, but it just has so much character.
Yeah.
You know, that fucking helicopter thing at the end there, that was clearly shot in a studio, but it just looked so much fun, you know?
Yeah, like I was thinking how like, man, like, because this was like, I remember this was like a big movie when it came out. Like,
yeah.
And how like kind of like cheesy the fucking, I said it again, how cheesy the car chase scene is. Like it seems like it'd be out of a Mystery Science Theater movie, and I remember just
when
thinking,
the girl's trying to knock him off the road.
Yeah, thinking like.
But that's straight out of an old Bond movie.
Yeah,
there's like 3 or 4.
But still, there's a way to do it without
making
it look like it was shot on home video, which it kind of does. Like, So yeah, like there's some wear around the seams, but I mean overall it was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
You know, I thought for sure I'm like this is going to be a slog to get through. It was not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just something that a lot of movies do, where they just put a dumb, good-looking guy in the main role,
and everything will be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's what people want to see. Keanu Reeves in Dracula.
Speaking of which, have you seen the preview for Nosferatu? That I cannot wait to see.
That director is amazing.
I love Robert Eggers, man. The fucking Northman.
The Northman, The Witch.
I just watched
The Green
Witch
Knight
for the first time. Maybe he directed The Green Knight.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. I love that movie.
Yeah, The Witch is so great.
Yeah, I just watched it for the first time maybe like a month ago.
Oh, so good. Did you watch it again like a day later?
I wanted to.
The first time I watched it, I watched it again like a day later.
It was one of those movies I didn't watch because somebody was like, "Oh, it's boring," and fuck that person, man. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that end shot of her just rising up into the air. Wow.
Yeah.
I love movie endings like that.
The Green Knight, man. That was a movie that like one of those movies that like haunt you for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Just thinking about like, fuck, what did he do? Like,
and there's jizz in it.
like each killer.
I had to look that up. I'm like, is there jizz in the Arthurian legend? Yup.
Yeah, there's jizz.
There's jizz.
There's jizz.
There's some great versions of Arthurian legend stories too. There's like so many different versions of them that
was it a Canterbury Tale, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? I think it was.
I don't know.
There's a lot
I actually was able to skip over English literature because of when I got kicked out of high school. The school I was at was learning that like the second semester, and then the school I went to had learned it the first semester.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't have to read Canterbury Tales, and everybody told me how boring it was.
We had a teacher, an English teacher, who was notoriously creepy and looked like Mark Twain, who definitely slipped us a few of the
Mr. Right.
I wasn't gonna say his name, but yeah.
There's no way he's around anymore.
Yeah, that dude. We got to read a few of the dirtier Canterbury Tales.
He would get a boner in class.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't just our class.
He was just standing in front of the class. And
and
in front of the hottest girl's desk.
Yeah, there was the clear bulge of a penis in those pants. Yeah.
Just Mark Twain with a hard on.
A Hard On in King Arthur's Court by Samuel Clemens.
Oh, holy shit.
I saw his grave, Mark Twain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lived upstate.
No shit.
In Elmira.
I did not know that.
He's buried there with his wife, and there's a great quote on his grave. It says, it's like, death is the doorway. I gotta look it up now, because it's a really fucking great
Actually,
quote.
just says, who farted?
I know I don't have the photo on my phone right now, but
while you're looking that up, I'll say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. This was a light week light week. We only did 2 shows. We did our first week ever last week of 5 nights in a row of shows, and fuck was I tired. This was the one goddamn show that wasn't on last week.
Yeah.
Whatever, we're holding it down this week.
So it says, death is the starlit strip between the companionship of yesterday and the reunion of tomorrow.
Huh. That's actually pretty fucking... That's a good quote.
Right?
Yeah. I said fucking again.
And the house that he wrote... there's a house that he wrote a bunch of his books is in Elmira, too.
All right.
I think it's a museum now. I didn't go into it, but I was outside of it.
And of course, what's his name? Hal Linden, known for playing...
Not Hal Linden. Hal Linden was on Barney Miller.
That's right.
It was Hal Holbrook.
Holbrook.
Yeah.
Known
Holy
for playing
shit.
fucking Mark
How was
Twain.
there 2 famous Hals? Stop saying
Hals.
fuck. 2
Thank
famous Hals in the 70s.
One of them's from Schenectady. I think he's from Schenectady.
Who?
Hal Holbrook, I believe,
Is from Schenectady?
I believe so. That's why he's always playing Mark Twain in like Proctor's.
I had no idea that he was from Schenectady. Wow.
Him and Mickey Rourke could have been hanging out at one point. Like,
I just love him in Magnum Force. He was like, You know, Harry. He was the dirty police captain who Eastwood blows up at the end in the car.
Yeah. I thought there was more to that quote.
I was just doing his voice like, a man's got to know his limitations, Harry. No, not doing a bit. I just love Hal Holbrook's voice, you know.
Yeah.
I bet you him and Val Kilmer probably threw a couple back together, you know, because they both get hard-ons from playing Mark Twain.
Well, I don't know if Val Kilmer's playing anybody these days. But
yeah, but he went around for a while, though, playing him.
Yeah. All right, well, this is a good place to wrap things up. We shit on this movie, but it was actually a good watch, I will say.
Yeah.
We shit on Richard Grieco, mainly.
But he's not bad. He's just miscast.
He's just not right for this role.
Yeah.
Like, it's not anything against him. It's just, no, it should have been somebody else, I think. And
right.
It would have been so much better.
If the movie was about a male prostitute who had been mistaken for a spy, he would have been the first actor on my list.
Exactly, yeah. A gigolo.
A rent boy.
Yeah. Here he is with the nerd hair, and then, cool guy hair.
Here he is in the trailer telling the audience how cool he is and how cool the movie will be.
Nerd hair, cool guy hair. Nerd hair.
Oh, yeah, you know, we didn't even discuss the scene where the agent unloads a .44 Magnum at an airport.
In the middle of an airport, and they just walk away.
They just walk out the door like nothing happened.
This was pre 9/11, so you could get away with that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, not firing a gun, but like there was way less security. Also, he wouldn't know he dropped a fucking parachute out of the back. He wouldn't feel like some drag.
And also, we already discussed this. The voice of the car told him parachute deployed.
Oh.
There he is ruining the hood and the windshield of that expensive car by laying on it.
You know what? Before we get out of here, what should we do next time?
Well, my vote goes to the one I was just talking about with John Stamos and Gene Simmons.
No.
Star Grove. Whatever.
Let's get away from Pretty Boys for a second. Yeah.
No, I can't do it. It's got Vanity in it, though, man. She tries to seduce.
What you're saying is we're doing Action Jackson next.
Oh, I love Action Jackson, but that's another one. I love it too much. You know, it's too good.
Yeah.
How do you like your ribs? Come on. That's just fucking classic right there. Okay. Are we gonna do a bad one since this one was too good?
But I don't know. I think we went into this thinking it was gonna be bad. At least I did.
Yeah.
I ended up enjoying it.
Yeah.
We haven't done like a big budget like action movie in a while. We did bring up Untouchables a while ago, which we never did.
That's too good.
That's true.
That's
long too.
I'm looking up the HBO.
Yeah, let's get back to the Thursday
movies.
Night Prime list. Best of the Best too.
Oh wow, Stepfather 3, Class of 1999, Sunset Heat. That's a Michael Pare, Dennis Hopper.
Oh Jesus!
Like Maniac Cop 2.
All right.
That stars Robert Davi.
Let's do it.
All right.
We're kind of hinging into Big Dumb. Well, I'll see if maybe Nick wants.
There's also a rap song in the credits about the Maniac Cop.
Yeah. Where
he says, where the guy rapping says, like I was hanging out with my boys in the jacuzzi. The Maniac Cop showed up with an Uzi. Yeah. Yeah.
I was tired, so I took a little snoozy.
Yeah. It's worth it just for the song.
We'll do Maniac Cop 2. I was like, we're kind of hinging into Big Dumb Monsters territory,
but it's a Thursday Night Prime movie.
It is Thursday Night Prime. Yeah,
that's the name. Well, it was.
I'll see if
the
Nick's
theme
around
of the show.
if he wants to do it with us, just to solidify that crossover. But he's usually occupied Friday nights.
Occupado.
Yeah, no, thanks for tuning in, folks. This has been If Looks Could Kill.
we're gonna go jack it to Richard Grieco's internet pictures.
Yeah, like we don't have a sign off. Nope, that's it. That's our sign off, folks. Peace.